David, you can take the stage. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is David, and I'm very happy to be here. I consider every opportunity that I get to talk to you all as a huge blessing because I'm just like I'm just like any one of you all. I just finished my college, and I'm just starting off with my career, and it's been an incredible journey for me. And the purpose behind uh, us sitting here is for me to learn from you and for you to listen to me and extract some value out of this. So if there's one thing that I want us to take out of this, it's just that we're here to learn from each other, and we're going to be sharing stories, and we're going to be talking to each other. So how I plan to do this is the first half an hour. By the way, Anamika, do we have 1 hour? Do we have an hour of?
Yes, we have an hour without
We do.
any interference. It's no
Perfect.
40-minute sessions, 1 hour straight.
Perfect. So the first half an hour, I'll tell you what's in my mind, and there are a few things that I want to share about how I think self-confidence works, and what I think it is, what I think it's not. And the second half is I want to talk to each one of you all. I want to hear questions from you all. I want to tell me your names. I want to know who you are. And the reason I'm asking that is so that I can maybe add some value to any issues that you may have with regard to self-image, self-confidence, or things that you want to bring forward. So this is absolutely open here. What we speak about here will not go out without anyone's permission. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So can everyone hear me? Can I get a thumbs up if everyone's on board? Okay, perfect. All right. To talk
And
about,
just
I am here to talk about confidence, self-confidence. Tell me, please, Anamika.
everyone, just kindly turn your videos on so we can make it a little bit more interactive. All right. So we already have a few videos on. I request everyone else to turn their videos on too. Thank you. David, you can continue.
Okay. So the first question I want you to think about is, um, it's about self-talk. All right. So what I wanted to ask you is, would you talk to somebody else the same way you talk to yourself? I'll repeat that question. If you have someone with you, your best friend, imagine your closest person in your life, would you talk to him or her the same way you talk to yourself? Now, that reflects on what do you do in high stress situations? What do you do when you make mistakes? How would you talk to your friend when they make mistakes? Are you going to be like, oh my God, you're so stupid. How could you have ever done that? You're not good. You're just not good for anything. Is this how we talk to our friends? Absolutely not, right? We are kind, we're compassionate, we're understanding, we listen, and we try to find the reason behind the problems that they have. But don't we find ourselves really rude to ourselves sometimes? Where, David, how can you have done that? How could you have had such a 6-month long of this thing and that thing? How could you have let that happen? How could you have let this happen? But is that helping? Is the way you talk to yourself helping? If it's not, if it looks like this, if this way you talk to yourself looks like this, it's probably the opposite of confidence. Maybe it's you're afraid of moving forward, afraid of what people think about you, living in other people's reality. Maybe you're a football of other people's opinions. Maybe you have left your self-confidence and your success in somebody else's hands. Now, this is very common, by the way. It happens when I tell you these things. I am literally pulling it out of my own life. I'm not telling you, oh my God, somebody else had this problem. I'm telling you, these are things that I have faced, and these are the things that I'm still learning to come through. So if you find yourself ever looking outside, of yourself for happiness, calmness, prosperity, generosity, it does not exist. These are things that can only be found in yourself. So think about how important this is, where we came from, how much our parents have struggled to bring us to where we are. Can you imagine? Okay, so I think about this so many times. Okay, if I had myself as my own child, and it's been 23 years so far, the amount of struggles me as a parent would have gone through to raise somebody like me, the amount of years of love, of care, of all the trouble that we've caused in school and college, All the times we just life or death situations we throw ourselves in for fun. It could be driving fast, it could be getting into crazy relationships, it could be trying out extremely bad habits, whatever it is. I think we owe it to the people around us to really, really be wonderfully happy so that we can keep giving back as much as we've received. One of the only purposes I find that is worth living for is so that we can give back primarily to the people who are closest to us so that we can love the people who love us. And secondarily, to show love to those around us, because there's no other purpose to be here on earth. Like, everyone's making money, everyone's trying to get famous, everyone's doing TikTok, Instagram, everyone's going crazy with everything. But when it all comes back down, everyone goes back to bed with themselves. Like, we all socialize everywhere, but when you're back in your own house, you are alone with your own thoughts. And that is why self-talk matters, because in the end of the day, you're the only one who's talking to yourself. And see, I don't know, I didn't get a chance to talk to all of you all, but I'm assuming all of us are between the ages of 18 to 25. This is a very transformative phase in our life. If in the first year of college, you will find yourself shaking hands with maybe 10 to 20 people every day, and you'll be like, this is life. I'm going to be talking to hundreds and hundreds of people. And you'll think, so that's a position of so that's a good position to be in, because your validation, you're letting everyone know who you are. But later on, just imagine you finish college and then you're back home. The 100,000 people that you spoke to, where all of us were in one cluster and under one roof in college, now everyone's gone in 1,000 directions. So each year going further is a step ahead. It's a transformative phase. It's almost like a snake shedding its skin. You have to continuously renew your mind. So now this pandemic happened. Okay, now let's talk about this. In January, we were living in a certain way. We had plans, we had goals, we had ideas to make happen. And then suddenly March 20th happened, lockdown. And then it's been March, April, May, June, July. But I can tell you my own thing. I was living in the post-pandemic world until very, very recently. People are talking about the new normal, but we are still in old, like, that post-pandemic world doesn't exist anymore. And that's such a big blessing. I've thought to myself so many times, man, we make so many mistakes. I just wished something would come and just wipe out all the problems that we've ever done so that we can start again. Wouldn't that be amazing if we can just start again, where everyone's on a level plane and all our mistakes are accepted? But look at what's happening now. You don't need to identify yourself with who you were before. You don't have to do that. If you have anger issues, you can work it out and it can be completely gone. If you have relationship issues, if you have if you tell yourself you're stupid and you can't learn, you can leave all these things in the past. Nobody is asking you to be anything anymore. You are the author of your own life. Like, going further, 100%, because parents are also in a position where things are difficult for all of us. Now there's no more there's no feeding anymore. It's you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. There's a limit to how much I can lift your soul up. It's all about us now. It's about taking 100% responsibility for our own actions and understanding if things don't go our way, we have to face it. Yeah, you'll have your mommy to cry to, we'll have our best friends and girlfriends and boyfriends to go cry to, but everyone's facing the same difficulty. The things that we are going through, it's our own battles. So please understand your own battles you have to fight. But that does not mean keep it all to yourself. It's equally important to fight your own battles, but it's also extremely important to let other people help you. Yeah, we're all social animals here. Ask for help. And I'm telling you, you will find loving people that will come and transform your life, and you won't know where they came from. But here's the but. All that is fluff. But the other side of it is, you have to start your own journey to helping yourself. Like, there's only a limit to how much people can help you. No one can come and choke your bad habits out. They'll be like, if you smoke one would. No one's going to do that. Somewhere you have to take the decision to start your own life. The second, so what I'm trying to do is I'm going to give you some main headlines to what I think confidence is and how we can work towards this grand concept of I am confident. Okay, I'll get to that point where but next thing I want to talk about is enthusiasm. um, if you're not excited for your own life, how, please don't expect anybody else to give a shit. Nobody is going to, nobody's going to come and make your life happier than how you make it. Yes, people will come and fix your things if you let them, but you are writing the narrative of your own story. Things happen to all of us. Death happens in the most unexpected times. Heartbreaks happen and should happen, and most of the times it's good for you because you come out stronger. So many people break up and they lose their brain, like they've lost everything. Good. Next time you won't do that. A mistake made a second time is a choice. It's okay to feel, but it's always important to learn from the mistakes that we made. And that is equally important in the exams, but even more important in life. If you had a bad time in your life, please come back to yourself. Ask yourself, why did this happen to me? What can I learn from it? What do I need to transform? How do I need to renew my mind to not let this happen again so that I'm a stronger, faster, smarter, loving, and more compassionate human being? It's all about self-talk, okay? But the topic here is enthusiasm. What's making us wake up in the morning? Yeah, it's the alarm, or it's grandma coming with breakfast. But what's keeping you up at night, and what's helping you get up in the morning? Now, this is a deep question. No, we don't always need some amazing goal to get to, but as humans, we have to live a purpose-driven life. And purpose meaning it can be even on a smaller scale, like I'm going to just take care of myself today. I'm going to just hang out today with my friends. Anything. It's indecisiveness is the devil's playground. Because if you leave your mind empty for other people to come in, you're forever going to be in other people's control. Forever. If you don't take control of your own mind, take control of your day. Get up in the morning and tell yourself, this is the day, what this day was made for me. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it, because if I'm sad for myself. You know, there's a saying that goes, if you laugh, the world laughs with you. If you dance, everyone will dance with you. Yeah. But when you cry, you will cry alone. But you know what the wonderful thing is? When you cry, somebody, if you're lucky enough, a few people will come into your life that might just shed a tear for you and will be there to help you. But then again, it all depends on how you work that, because if you're hiding this, if you're not willing to help yourself, nobody is going to work it out for you. So enthusiasm, just be enthusiastic about your own life, man. We're all 20, 23. Do you realize we haven't even finished 1/4 of how long we're going to live? 1/4, meaning there's this quarter plus another quarter plus another quarter until there's no more quarters left. So we have time. Time is on our side. We are all young. Yeah. This is not a 40-year-old man telling you this. They will say this even more because they understand how long time is. There is time to get experiences. There's no need to rush anything. Just take it easy, because there's 365 days in a year, and there's 100 more years to live. And my math is not good enough to calculate that, so take it easy. All right. Work fast in the short term, but understand that things will only happen slowly in the long term. If you want something good to happen, it happens over 5 years periods, 10-year terms. Like nothing, any investment you make will take its own time. Okay, but that shouldn't take away the joy of the moment. Next thing that you can do to get confident is expertise. Okay, you have to demand the best from yourself. I hate to talk about college or school or the grading system as something to fall back on when I talk about expertise. But in general, if you say you're going to get 90%, you will get it. The only difference between the so-called smart kids that get the marks or get the things out of life are the people that say they will. Yeah, this is going to happen to me. You know, haven't you had? I've had friends who walk. So lab exam is there. They'll be like, David, I'm going to get this experiment. It's the easiest one. I will get it. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you can't just say that. You can't just because there's 9 out of 10 experiments are incredibly hard. One is easy. He'll be like, yeah, I'm going to get the one. And believe me, my closest friend, he walks in and he gets the one. And you will just be like, why? How? You know, it's not rocket science. It's almost like you're attracting what you believe. You are creating the framework of your future. You are the artist of your own future. There's nothing else to it. In going ahead, if you want something, you have to ask for it. There's a very powerful quote in the Bible that says, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you. You see that? Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open to you. What's the first set of things we need to do? It's action. Thinking has its place. Action is the cure to all those problems. Action is the cure to overthinking. Even God said it. He's like, man, if you want something, ask. If you want something, go look for it. If you want people to open their door to you, go and knock. I read another quote which says, the biggest blunder that men, women, the humankind does, is that they ask God for things that is in their power to do. Now God never gave us tables or chairs or cars or any of those things. There's wood. We take it from wood. If you want tires, we take it from the rubber tree. Everything is given through natural resources, but it's up to you and me to craft it out and take out of life what we want from it. So there's no point in asking for things when you know it's in your power to do so. And if you think more about it, everything is in your power to do so. It's all about the decisions you make. It's in your power, it's your life. How do you build expertise in your own fields? You have to learn a couple of skills going further. These things might not be spoken to you in college or in school, depending on where you are now. But there are certain skills that are important to make it there. It starts with the most basic things. How do we speak properly to people? How do we write letters? And it's not just letters. Just doesn't mean happy birthday notes to friends. Letters have formal letters, there's informal letters. There's a reason these things are taught to us, and only when you apply it and when you see the power a letter can do, will you actually believe me. I'm not going to take out any letters, but I want you to experiment with this, okay? If there's somebody that you feel strongly about, even if it's a teacher that you love, if there's a problem that you have with a friend, write a letter, put your heart out on paper and write it. It does magic, it does wonders, because you need to try it to believe it. So that's one thing I encourage you to do. Write a letter to a loved one. If you have an enemy, write a letter. If you have a friend, write a letter. If you have a problem with yourself, write a letter to yourself. You see this diary? This is my personal journal. It has my name on it, so people can't mistake it, okay? I write to myself. Isn't that odd? David, don't you think you're a little off here? Absolutely. But it's a part of self-talk. How you talk to yourself, how you write to yourself. Sometimes I make decisions by writing about it, because I talk a lot, I think a lot, but I solidify things into my life when I write about it. It's done and dealt with when I write about it. So if you got to find what works for you and do it. But overthinking is not the way to go. So the skills that I want you to pick up or think about, read about, is project management. Okay, consider your life as one big project, and everything that comes along your way are just projects that keep coming. You need to know how to handle the people around you. You need to know how to use the softwares. If you're going to work in a company, they will require you to know how project management softwares work. Read about that. How to write well, how to speak well, video editing, photo editing, digital marketing. These are the things that we can learn by sitting at home. especially digital marketing, and it has many phases to it. Copyright writing is one thing that will apply, that you can apply into your digital marketing, which will change your career if you want to do it. It's quite simple. Read about it. Be curious. Read about the things that interest you. Engineering and being a doctor, and these things are not the only things in life. Start small, yeah. And it's a good time to do experiment with your own life. Why? Because we're super young. So do what you need to do. Yeah, you don't have to get into a company, sit in a chair in an office with a suit. You don't have to do those things. You can just go travel the world. After this pandemic, you can just go travel the world and just figure yourself out. You don't have to go to school, go to college, go to work, get married, make children, and then die. You don't have to do these things. Yeah, just take it easy. The next step to self-confidence, I think, would be preparation. I took a certain amount of time to talk to you. Similarly, you take a certain amount of time before you write an exam. You think a certain amount before you talk to someone important. There's a quote that goes like this by Abraham Lincoln. Give me 6 hours to chop a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. Yes, it is important to be in the moment and work it out, but everything goes a little better when you plan it. Yeah, like Khalid said in his song. So preparation, everything. If you want something to work out well, you got to prepare for it. Yeah, if you want a relationship to work, you have to put your mind to it. Yeah, if you want to take your loved one on a date, you have to plan for it. Things don't always work out spontaneously. It does, that's fantastic, but in every little thing in life, try to sit down with yourself and take 3 minutes to make a decision and think about things and then make decisions. Everything works out really well that way. But on a practical level, one of the things that I want you to do on preparation front is learn how to talk to people. Very difficult. Now this goes in terms of chatting. If you're having a serious conversation with someone, pull out your notepad and just jot your points down and frame it well and send it. Don't just shoot it out. Now that's on an informal level, friends. If you are in a serious conversation with people around you, take a breath and then reply. Don't jump into people's face and say what's in your mind. You know, there's a saying that goes, your power as a human being is in the 3 seconds that you get before you reply. Someone said something nasty to you. Take a breath. The 3 seconds, you have the option to reply how you want to. If you immediately get hurt, if you allow people to hurt you so much and you reply, you lost your power, because now you're just, again, a football of other people's. So that 3 second gap for you to think about what you want to do and say it is powerful. Use it. Especially in today's world, everyone is sensitive. Work comes first in a work environment, but you may never know what's happening in the people's back end. People are dying. There's people catching viruses. There's accidents. No. So talk well, and when you see that the way you talk is affecting somebody's personality and things are not going well, take the first step and try to fix it. Because sometimes we don't know how our words are affecting people. So it's always better to just take a step back and try to fix the problem. Prepare well even before you talk, even before you write. It doesn't just go into your 4-year plan. Your goal setting is important, but even in the small things, how you talk to your mother, how you talk to your father, these things matter. Preparation goes well everywhere. The next step, I think, is self-reliance. Now, this is very important because this is from a personal experience. See, along the way, we're all growing up here. We come through school, we go through college, and we are always trying to frame our own personalities, and we are always trying to leave a mark in the world. Along the way, there will be people who come and influence you for the best. These people came, helped you unbelievably. Even if it's friends, uncles, aunties, whoever it is, strangers come and help you. It's a blessing to allow people into your life and really help you when you need help. But another side of things is to learn how to let go of people. I learned the very hard way that people are not always thinking about you. There's 8.1 billion people last I checked. So I'm sure not everyone's thinking too much about you. Okay, so I learned that These are the good lessons that you learn. Not everyone's thinking about you. So if you're thinking too much about yourself, thinking what other people are thinking about you, then you're just losing your own life. Okay? So learn to let go. Don't depend on anybody else for how your day goes. Yeah? You might just wake up in the morning today and somebody be like, bro, my dad met with an accident. Car is like this, but he's okay. But still, let's get worked up. Hey, as long as your dad's okay, let's chill out. Things work this way because everyone wants to share their emotions. Best friends, close friends, enemies, everyone is here to take a little piece of your mind. But you have to decide how you handle your happiness, how much skill you are going to acquire in the coming days, in the coming months, what your career is going to be like. I had this notion where, oh my God, if I do this, he'll think like this, my dad will be like this, mom will be like this. No one cares because everyone's handling their own business. The people who actually care still have their own things to do. So if you think unloading all your problems on somebody who's close to you to fix your things, it's going to end someday, and it's going to end in a very abrupt way, and you're going to be left empty because you never worked on yourself first. Your mental strength depends on how you breathe. It's directly connected. How all your issues in life is in your breath. Just try this, okay? If you can do this, just close your nose, close your mouth, 5 minutes, and we'll see who's left for this conversation. It's all about the breath that you have, and it's connected to everything. So if you care about yourself enough and you want the world to change, start breathing well. Meditation works like magic. Don't depend on anybody else. See, now that you're all 2022, it's time to let go of daddy's and mommy's money. Okay, this is a hard conversation. It's difficult for me because I'm in a transformative phase. But if you depend on, if you have an entitlement mindset where, oh my God, I deserve this, I deserve that, it's going to come back and really, really hit you in the face because you have to build your own future. You can't be 50 years old and be like, daddy's money, mommy's money. My dad is wonderful, so I'll be okay. Till a certain limit, people will accept it. And you will keep accepting it. But just imagine if you have a kid and you're telling the kid, yeah, your grandfather's spectacular, so we are going to be superb. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Take charge of your own life. Take control of your own life. The best thing you can do for yourself is move out, be by yourself, really face the challenges yourself, earn the respect of the parents. Because if you live in under mommy's lap forever, I can assure you, you'll not get the respect that you are looking for. But if you take charge of your own life, you go through the things that you need to go through, and you come out alive, and you come back to your father and look him in the face like, I'm a man today, you will earn the respect. Yeah. So one of the best things your parents can do is kick you out. So please allow them to help you. Say this to yourself: I am taking 100% responsibility for everything that happens to me. Take control of your mind, take control of your finances, take control of your relationships, take control of your time. Okay? How do you do that? Say it first. I am taking 100% responsibility for my own life. Everything that happens to me, I have attracted. Take charge. Be the boss of your own life. Next, and this is quite important to me, okay? But just hold on, I need to close the door, okay? Okay, so this is a system that I have put in place that I believe has really helped me out. What my 3 core values, okay, as a human being. It's good to have these 3, and I'll tell you why. Mine are integrity, standing by the truth always, and righteousness. Okay, integrity. What does that mean? No cheating. No cheating myself. No cheating the people around us. Always try and do good. Okay. Good. If you do good, it'll come back to you. If you do bad, don't expect anything else. That's me. Okay. Learned it the hard way. Okay. Just do good, it'll come back to you. Number 2 is truth. Being honest is one thing. Delaying honesty is another thing. Being honest is spectacular. It goes very well on paper. But choosing when to be honest is what it is in real life. So if you have issues with anybody, the only way to solve them is by being honest. If you think you're doing somebody else a favor by hiding your emotions, oh my God, if I tell him how I feel, I'll end up hurting him. Nope, you're hurting yourself. And for sure, you're hurting the people around you. Be truthful when you have to be truthful. Plan it out, work it out, pull the trigger. Everyone's happy. Third one is righteousness. I don't want any money that I didn't earn. I don't want anything that is gained by the downfall of others. If I can provide any kind of service, I'll do it for free as much and far as I can. Just do the right thing. There's a wonderful quote that goes, a man who plants a seed and realizes that he won't be the one sitting in its shade has started to understand the meaning of life. The seeds of goodness, love, faith, joy, perseverance, prosperity that you plant into your own life, into the people around you. You might not be the first, you might not be the one sitting under its shade, but understand everything you and I do will affect our next generation. We are writing things in the history of time. Just imagine we are on earth here. We are here. You and I have been given the privilege to make history. Animals live and die. Trees come up, go down. Houses are built and broken down. But history is written by man. No cat comes and tells you a story. So if you have a tongue to talk, use it. And if you think there are things that are blocking you from being your best self, you deserve to fix it. Because you came into this world through your mother's womb, and you went through school and you went through college, and now you find yourself in a situation where somebody's choking you out of your own words. No, David, you're too crazy. You can't do this. You can't. When someone is telling you that you can't, they are telling you that they can't. They are projecting their perspective on you. It doesn't mean that you can't. So please don't be a football of other people's opinions. If you have crazy ideas, just go do them. Including mommy, daddy. Don't tell all your plans to everybody. Yes, there's the time and a place for everything. And there are special people that you have to share everything with. I understand those dynamics, but if you have an idea, just go do it, try it out. Yeah, just because someone said it's not going to work, especially people that have not done it, doesn't mean it's not going to work. Try it out. You're young. If you want to write a book and put your name and your face on it and then go publish it. Who's going to stop you? If you want to start a blog, start a blog. If you have things in your mind that you know will help others, even if it's one person, to do it. What's the loss here? So yeah, one thing I encourage you all to do, learn for yourself, read for yourself, work out for yourself, become an attractive human being for yourself, travel for yourself, and do it all for yourself, and then you will attract the good things into your life. You will not attract good things into your life if you're not in a good place. Opportunities will come into your face, but it'll go through your hands. Imagine gripping sand. It's not going to stay in your hand. So please work on yourself and attract good things into your life by being a good person. That's the 3 core values. So if there's one thing that I want you to do, okay, it is please build a 3 core value system in your life. Sit down with it. Write down in your book. Ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, who are you and what do you want to be? What is the future that you're creating? What are the values I stand by? And what are the things I will not take? If someone is asking me, David, who are you? I'll be like, I have integrity. I stand by the truth and I'm a righteous human being. There's no shame in saying this. If you say this with the whole heart, people will respect you because you have the dignity to love yourself. And the world is trying to tell you that you're no good. So do that for yourself. Yeah, 3 core value system. If you can, build it up and tell me about it later after the class. I would love to hear it. How do we break old habits? It's a part of confidence, because if you're messing yourself up, you're eventually not going to be too confident about yourself, because you'll go and screw it all up for yourself again. I have found myself in a situation where we work on ourselves, we listen to motivational videos, we read wonderful books, we're all, we're all pumped, but then we go and mess it all up again. It could be smoking. It could be dirty habits that you're holding on to for years. It could be people in the past that you're still encouraging them to hate you. It could be your language. Okay, it could be a language you're using. The solution is raise your standard of living. Okay, this is backed by science. If you tell yourself smoking is below me, interaction with this human being is below my level of standard, and I will not take it. The human brain works to prove to itself who you are. You and I are always working to prove to ourselves who we are. And if you tell yourself that a certain activity is below you, then your brain will be like, yeah, I'm above it. I don't need it in my life. So what's the trick here? If you have a bad habit, tell yourself and convince yourself that to raise your standard, so that the problem is working on a lower frequency and you increase yours. All right? Raise your standard. Think about it. It works like a miracle. Okay. The last point I want to give you is your mind is your garden. Every human being that's put on earth has been gifted a garden. Okay. But listen to this. We have the option of increasing the size of the garden. We have the option of planting whatever we want in the garden. And we also have the privilege of passing on our garden to the world. Okay. Please understand, trees can't do this, dogs can't do this, and cats can't do this. If you have a garden, when you're dead, no one is going to be like, oh yeah, man, the shovel didn't work. There was no electricity in Bangalore that did. No, nobody cares. Please understand, you're in this world for a certain amount of time. The only thing you're passing on is your books you have written, is what's in your mind. If the greatest gift you can give your children are the pictures of yourself and what was in your mind and the lessons you have learned. Take care of your garden. If someone is coming and planting weeds in your garden, don't blame anybody else if it's not tended properly, because if plants grow, weeds will grow. Remove the weeds in your life, plant good seeds, and you will reap what you sow. Okay? I want to close my part of this with a speech, a small short saying by Martin Luther King Jr. Okay? I find this very powerful, and I think it's very apt for the moment. So listen to this, okay? This is the most important and crucial period of your life. What you do now and what you decide to do tomorrow will determine the way your life is going ahead. Do you have a solid blueprint for your own life? I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Have a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and believe that you are somebody important. Your words matter. You matter. Don't allow anybody to make you feel like you are a nobody. Always purposely tell yourself that you matter and what you have to offer is of great value to the billions of people on earth. Your life is the ultimate gift you can give to mankind. Give well. The second part of the blueprint is you must have the determination to achieve excellence in your endeavors. You must have the determination to achieve excellence in your endeavors. You will be deciding the days, how the days go, how the months go, and how the years go. Nobody can do that for you. Once you decide who you want to be it. in an unwavering manner with unshakable confidence. Be a bush if you want to be a bush, or be a tree if you can't be a bush. Be a highway if you can't be a trail. Do whatever you need to do, but keep moving forward. It is not the size of your wins or your fails. It is about you doing the best you can. The last part of the blueprint: commit to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Life's not been fair to anybody, but keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl, but by all means, keep moving. This is the message I have for all of us, is to keep moving forward. No matter what happens, no matter who's there, who's not there, do it for yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Keep moving forward. You only have one life to live, and we have every day to live it. Make your days count. Your days will make sure the weeks are good. Your weeks will make sure the years are good. And it just goes on. Before you know it, your entire life is a collection of the days you've had. So if you want today to go well, what do you say? This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is what I tell myself. You can tell however you like to, but proclaim that this day will be good, and it will be. So thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for investing time with me. I want to hear from all of us. I think we have 10 to 15 minutes left, and I want to take some questions, and I would love to answer them.
Thank you, David. Thank you. That was really, motivating and inspirational. So let's hear from everyone. Any questions, doubts, or any experience that they want to share, or any goals they want to, work on with regard to confidence building, motivation, walking ahead, and trying to reach that goal. So let's hear from you guys. I know we're a little shy here today because we just got to know each other, but it's not an issue. How about Amrisha? Can you tell us anything from your side?
First of all, thank you. It was really insightful. I think I really needed it because the past couple of days have been extremely stressful. I have been listening to a lot of, inspirational speech, but some of them are so cliche and generic and they just repeat the same things over and over again. But I feel like somewhat your speech was somewhat subjective, kind of it came out from your own experiences. So it was more connective in that way, to me at least. And as a person who's going through this transformative phase, as you quoted, I feel that your speech was really helpful. I think it will help me in the future. I will try and implement your tips and your techniques into my regular life, and I'll come back to you with the feedback.
Perfect.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Amrisha.
much.
Let's hear from everyone else. Come on, guys. Let's try to make it interactive. We've all introduced ourselves. We're all familiar with each other. So let's see how you can inculcate David's tips into your own life. Okay. Anything that comes to your mind.
Or if there's anything that you want to bring up where you think I could add some value, even the smallest thing is good with me. So if there's anything at all.
Good evening, David.
Can you please tell me your name?
Kritika.
Good evening.
Kritika.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't mind, can you please send your PPT? Like, it's really inspiring.
I can definitely do that. Yeah, I can. So I didn't use a PPT for this talk. But yes, I'll definitely gather my thoughts and I'll share it with all of us after the session. For sure.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Shreya, for the wonderful message.
Yeah, that's great. How about Srimati? What do you have to say on this? All these inspirational thoughts that David has told us about.
It was really very inspiring. And actually, I want to share that before joining to this Adore, I was a person like if there is no webcam, then I used to tell other people to give my exams, online exams, and quite
I
interesting.
understand.
And
That's you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's very easy to cheat during these online exams these days.
yes,
If you have a problem with it, then ask yourself why you're taking the exam. Because once you understand why the knowledge matters to you, then you will take a conscious effort to learn it. It's too easy to cheat. Just imagine it is easy to cheat in school. Now you're sitting at home in front of a camera. It's easy, understandable. If you find yourself in a position, ask yourself why. How will this knowledge matter to me? If it doesn't, don't do it. But yeah, don't feel bad about copying and everything.
David, don't say that.
I mean, okay, yeah, but don't hurt yourself and hate yourself for doing it. Ask yourself why you're doing it, and that's all that matters.
yeah. Thank you.
You're
Great.
most welcome.
So David, he's going to come back to us with a lot more sessions. He's a very good public speaker. He's a very good presenter. So he'll be giving us a lot more tips regarding that. Today, we just want everyone to be a little bit more open, get to know each other. Any things you want to share, any experiences you want to share, you can. It's a very free environment to do so. So I hope everyone is a little bit more connected than before, and we understand each other a little bit more. All right. Now I guess we have a small assignment that you guys can take up today, right? So David, can you tell them about it?
Okay, so I'll make this a hard one and easy one, okay? Because I understand things are a little difficult for everyone. Since this is a confidence building session, okay, the reason I was like mocking the confidence thing, I need to finish that. I needed to add that. It's because nobody is confident every day. Yeah, I've had extremely bad days, and I've had good days. And just because I'm presenting it to you now doesn't mean that everything is okay everywhere all the time. Okay, so if you find yourself in a position having a bad day, ask yourself, am I actually having a bad day, or am I letting my thoughts take over me for 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Really, this is ultimate power when you're taking back your life. Because most of the time the day is just going fine, the sun is rising, the sun is setting, but we are losing it. So ask yourself that. And the last thing, okay, it's about the daily disciplines. How do we build confidence? How do we learn to trust ourselves? How do we learn to love ourselves? One thing I have found is build your daily disciplines. Wake up in the morning, exercise, take a shower, cut your nails, do your makeup, brush your hair, take care of yourself, learn the skill that you promised yourself to learn. Tell the world who you are. Don't let the world tell you who you are. Go tell people, go meet people, make new experiences. Life is a collection of experiences. I just had a thought yesterday. I'm talking now because if since you all are not asking questions, so I'm just sharing my mind. Just imagine you're 30 years old, okay? And you're pulling out your CV of life. Okay, this is not the company CV, this is CV for life. And all you can read is finish school 7 years, finish college 4 years, worked in Infosys 3 years, worked in Wipro for another 3 years. Now I'm married and have 2 kids.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's okay. Also, thank you so much for coming. So now just imagine that's all you have to say about life. It's not worth living this way. So just because people tell you have to get a job, you have to do this. No, you don't have to do any of those things. You can pack up and leave whenever you want to. Change cities. If you're in West Bengal, come to Bangalore. If you're in Bangalore and you like it, come to Kerala. People will accept you wherever you go. But if you're the only, you see, you are not a tree. We are all humans here. We have legs. Move on. We are not trees. Okay, so just understand that if you have an issue with things, you can move on always. And the daily disciplines will create your life. Your days can be made 100 times better if you meditate, take care of yourself, and do the things you promised to do yourself. Assignment. The assignment I wanted to give is that if any of y'all are having issues with communicating, with telling to being on camera or any of those things, I'm here to help you. Take a subject that you like, any thing. Make a 2-minute video and send it to me. What I'm trying to do this, why I'm trying to do this is so that you can get over the fear of talking on camera. Okay. Now this is on a digital level, but one thing that I would love you guys to do is go online. Check out Toastmasters Club. Okay. Now note this down because this is gold. This will change your life. Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters is an organization that is around the world that allows people like you and I to be in an environment where we are forced to speak on stage, but the audience is there to correct us. So you can make the biggest blunders, but they will sit with you and understand you and work it out. So daily you will be talking different things on stage, and you will hear other people talk also. So in the process of listening, you learn. The process of speaking, you will be corrected. And in the course of 6 months to 1 year, you will completely change your life. That's on a physical level. I'm sure Toastmasters is doing this online as well. So do that. Yeah, check it out. Check out Toastmasters online. You will figure some. It'll change your life on so many fronts. You'll meet so many people also. But the assignment, one of the assignments is, if I'm ready to help you here, if you have a fear of getting over the talking on the call, talking on video, take a subject, take a nice video, send it to me, and we'll go back and forth and we'll try and help each other out. The second assignment, what I want you to do is make a list of 20 of the things, the goals that you have in your life. 20 goals you have in your life. All of it. I want to learn swimming. I want to learn swimming, and swimming, and I want to do cycling, and everything that's not important, write it down. Rearrange it in such a way that number 1 is of the highest importance and number 20 is of the least importance. Cancel out 5 to 15 and never look at it again until you finish your first 5. Take one thing and do it. Take 2 things and do it. Don't take the world and try to fix everything. Your top 5 goals are the most important things to you right now. Talking about 5 things. If you want to build confidence, see, we are all human beings, okay? We attract and we consume content online. We consume energies from people around us. Please look at the 5 people who are in your DMs, in your messenger. Who are the 5 people you're talking to daily? Apart from parents, including parents, fine. Who are the top 5 people that you interact with? Where are you getting your mindset from? If the 5 people around you do not inspire you, push you to be better than who you were, understand you, respect you, and love you, help you grow and make you a better person every day, and show you that you're capable of love, then remove these 5 people. Please. Change them with people who love you, people who respect you, people who love you and look up to you and want the best for you. People who know how to talk to you and do not scratch your face when you're talking to them. People who you think you're getting bad habits from. By the way, anger is something that is exchanged. People pick up anger issues. It's written in so many texts where if you hang out long enough with an angry person, you will pick up his bad habits. And this has happened to me. I have insane friends. They just go psycho. And you will, somewhere along the way, your parents will be like, you didn't have this habit before. You picked it up from somewhere. So that makes you think. Okay. So introspect, look at the people around you. If they do not inspire you, drop them and change those people. So that's so the first assignment is the video. The second assignment is make the list of the goals. And I would love to hear your goals. If they're personal, you don't have to share it with me. But if you think that I can add value and you can take some help from it, I'm willing and more than happy to come in, fine tune it for you if you like.
Great. So with relation to the assignment, I'll be putting all that information in the WhatsApp group, and you can do one or you can do both. And I'll forward all of this to David. He'll give you his feedback, and also put David's contact in the group so you can get in touch with him. I just want to quickly, since you guys are new to the concept of daily journal, I just want to quickly show you what you have to do. When you go to the workshop journal, you attended 2 sessions today, which is one is introduction and the second one is confidence building. So you have to write at least 5 things that you've learned all together. All right. So David gave us a lot of tips. So I want you guys to list it down and your favorite ones as well. Now, when you complete the assignment, if you took a video of it, then you can take a screenshot and upload it. Or if you did the goals assignment, then you can upload a picture of that as well. Okay. And your feedback, how did David take the session? Was he good? Was he bad? Was he too slow? Was he too inspiring? You can put all of your feedback, any concerns related to it over here. Okay. So do you guys have any questions regarding it? Assignment, journal,
Yes,
David? Yes.
yes, I have questions. It's
Mhm.
like, can you please send me the link?
Of the
Link.
workshop journal?
Yes, yes.
So you have created an account in the Adore platform. When you log into that account, you have to click on the icon and you will see the option for workshop journal. You see this icon when you log in, profile, there'll be a option of workshop journal. When you open it, you can start filling out. Okay. So it's a
Okay,
not. Mhm.
can you please send me the link? Means it's like the link where I will have to go through
Acha, the login page, is that it?
website.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yes, yes.
I'll send that on the
Okay.
group as well. Okay.
Can I
I
add one
think
last
David,
thing?
go ahead, David. We're running short on time.
So
Yes.
yeah. Just I want to show you 3 books that I think that will change your life, because
Mhm.
books will stay with you for the rest of your life. So hold on to this, okay? I don't know if you can read this, but this is Dale Carnegie. Okay, Dale Carnegie has the 3 books. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People, Develop Self-Confidence, and Improve Public Speaking. Most of what I said today is from my own life, but points were taken from this book as well. The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking. This is a 3-in-1 book, but pick up Dale Carnegie's books. Okay. Second book is still Dale Carnegie. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Spectacular book. Okay, Dale Carnegie again. And the last one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay, so get into the habit of reading, and
David, I'll tell
plant
you
good
one
seeds in
thing.
your
A lot
garden.
of people
Okay,
are interested in reading novels here, so I think we can grasp on this idea. All of us love reading. So it's good to hear. All right, and so I hope everyone liked the session. We got some
Hi,
amazing feedback.
Anamika.
Yes, Sandhya.
Please, you can give me the topic of the book in WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes. I will be sending all the link, the names of the book and the assignment details on the group. Okay, and I'll also be putting David's contact so you can connect with him. If you have any doubts regarding anything or you want to share with him, you can definitely do so. All right. How does that sound, Sandhya? Sounds good?
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah.
Great. So, David, once again, thanks for coming to our platform, and we'll be seeing you more often, right? You'll be taking a lot more sessions for us. So, can we collectively say
absolutely.
thank you, David, once? Thank you, David,
Thank you,
for
David.
coming.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
David.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Great. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.